Hi violin and viola students, it's Miss Slominski with a video about making a great sound on your violin or viola and fixing sounds that you might not like. In a previous video, I talked a lot more about the setup of your bow, so just quickly make sure your bow is tightened, rosined if you need it. Remember, that's just like 4 slides on your rosin for every 60 to 90 minutes that you play, maybe once a week or so. Here you go. It should pass the pinky check before you do your rosin. Have your best bow hold. This is really crucial. A thumb that is bent and just in front of your frog. Fingers that wrap around. Okay. A pinky that stands tall, a pointer finger that wraps around as well. Some of the biggest issues that I often see are a bow hold that looks like this. I call this the rock. Okay. It looks solid, but it's not very flexible, so we can't, it doesn't let us be flexible like we need to for a bow to travel smooth. If your bow moves a lot from side to side, or is this kind of slashy like that, it won't work the best. Our goal is for our bow and our string to be perpendicular to each other. That means they're making a cross. Or you can think of it as being parallel to your bridge. Here's my bridge, here's my bow. This is parallel, this is not, okay? If you see this or somebody else sees this on your instrument, move part of your arm. You could check this in a mirror or have somebody else watch on you. This is sometimes the biggest thing. Not having your bow placed well or not having it moving well. We do want to use a long bow like this. You can kind of see that my elbow is opening and closing. I'm not doing a lot of shoulder motion. If I do, my bow moves a lot from side to side, and I don't like that sound. All right, so we talked about setting up. Remember, our sweet spot is about halfway between our bridge and the black fingerboard, connecting these 2 dots. So that is definitely something to set up and something to watch for. If your sound is kind of like this, I call that breathy. Your bow is not connecting with the string enough. You need to be a little bit heavier, kind of like your arm is sinking in. Feel like your bow is stuck to the string a little bit more rather than skating over top. Some people think of it as pressure, but it's not like you have to push down. You just want to sink in more. Okay. If you are getting a sound like this, you might be able to see that I'm not using very much bow. That's part of my problem here. Short bows do not sound the best. Longer ones do. So you move your bow more. If you're getting a sound like this, woo! This is one of my least favorite ones. It comes as a surprise a lot, but all it is, my bow is just too close to my bridge. Look at this. It's almost on top of it. So if you hear that kind of sound, easy. Move your bow back into the middle. A lot of this just takes some practice and muscle memory. That's why the ant song can be really helpful to practice. To pick one string at a time and play it at least 4 times in a row. Don't just play the note once, and if you don't like it, go, oh, darn it, that doesn't sound very good. No, do the note at least 4 times, especially if you're trying to work on your best sound, like this. When you're doing a warm-up, watch your bow so that you can see if it's moving enough. If it's staying in the right place, like this, or if it's not, okay? And those are truly some of the biggest issues that we might have. To recap, we want our bow to travel straight, parallel to the bridge. We need to use enough length of our bow and not press too hard, but enough that it connects to the string and gets a good sound. Some of your biggest fixes are check that your bow's not too close to the bridge or too far from your sweet spot. Check that your bow hold is the best, like this, not like this, and that your bow is traveling straight. Hopefully those tips help out, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.